So I enjoyed learning more about the integration model this week. As a Christian, and wanting to become a counselor, it has kind of been in the back of my mind of how am I going to put those together. But I do feel like the videos and the text from this week kind of helped me piece that together for myself. And the speaker in the video, he said something like, the Bible is still up here and it's our reality as Christians, but that we need to be open to more truth and more knowledge underneath that to discover, just to implement as a professional counselor for the betterment of our clients and be present with the client without pushing your Christian values in their face. Um, Integration prepares you to deal with differing clients who may or may not believe like you do. And the personal values ACA codes of ethics, the A4B, it says counselors are aware of and avoid imposing their own values, attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. Counselors respect the diversity of clients, trainees, and research participants and seek training in areas in which they are at risk of imposing their values onto clients, especially when the counselor's values are inconsistent with the client's goals or are discriminatory in nature. So I feel a good way to kind of combat this is to do a spiritual assessment before you even start seeing clients. If you know that they are very faith-based and spiritually based, then you know that they will feel comfortable with you sharing things God-centered and Bible verses, things like that. I also looked at an article called Integrating Spirituality in Counseling Practice by Gerald Corey. And he stated that there's many clients that find strength through their spirituality and religions. And clients can also find out how their beliefs and values relate to their behaviors. And it's important for a counselor to make spiritual assessments before counseling so that they can effectively address client concerns while working within the client's values. And from our text this week, Introduction to Counseling, the author stated how we experience the world will shape how we counsel. I think that's very true. And growth within counseling is a lifelong journey, especially for Christian counselors. And I loved the questions that they said to ask yourself, especially when it involves someone who doesn't hold to your values. Is this a concern that can be resolved? Or is this an ongoing challenge that needs to be developed and managed differently? Can you live with the possibility that the concern you are addressing has no definite answer right now? So maybe, one day I will experience someone who is very different with my values and beliefs, and it's hard to counsel them. But I need to keep in mind that not everyone's going to believe what I believe. And I can't make them believe what I believe. And that's okay. The bottom line from a Christian worldview is that a Christian clinical mental health counselor, the highest ethics should be love, love of God, and love of others. And I love that. I think that's a great statement to live by. And I think that once I understand the person I'm counseling and that what they've been through in their life has made them hold the values and beliefs that they do, I think I can look at it differently and I can approach it differently and still love the way God wants me to love. And I feel like this is what integration is to not say, hey, I'm a Christian and I'm a counselor, but to be so loving and accepting of your client that they feel the love of God.